India, the cradle of human race, the birthplace of human speech, mother of history.
1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. Let me on the timer. Huh? Similar. You can start.
India, the cradle of human race, the birthplace of human speech, the mother of history, the grandmother of lesson, and the great grandmother of tradition. Let me start by saluting the words of Mark Twain. Respected judges and my dear friends, myself Hashta Pusupati, studying in Lendi Institute of Engineering and Technology. Now, I would like to pre-thank all of you for paying kind attention towards me. When India respects all religions with its secular culture, our country depicts to the world that we believe in divinity and not on imperialism. When the nation cultivates peace and harmony for the whole world, at this very moment, I think the topic patriotism and nation building have an immense pressure and relevance in this particular contest. According to the words of Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, patriotism is like this. Patriotism is I am patriot because I am a human. Patriotism does not have place for imperialism in its course. Simply speaking, patriotism is like love towards your parents. When I say my mother is superior to me, that does not mean others are inferior to me. We we Indians respect our country and we love our country. And at the same time, we respect the policies and formulations of other foreign countries. Coming to nation building, it is a multidimensional concept. It involves an active participation of all the citizens. Nation building mainly to attain a national identity. Before we know more about this nation building, let me say the global perspective of nation building. It is very heroic in the history of mankind. The slogan liberty, equality, fraternity, which derived from the French Revolution, does not just revolutionize the people in France, but all over the world, starting from every corner of the world, got revolutionized. The nurturing point in the history of nation building is American Revolution. Thomas Jefferson has stated that the tree of liberty requires transformation from time to time. The bloods of patriot by the bloods of patriot. After the Russian Revolution, American Revolution, and the technological revolution by Japan, there are many changes in the way we see patriotism. Now, Indian perspective of patriotism and nation building. In Ramayanam, Lord Rama says, Janani Janma Bhumi Swarga Gati Gati Asti. That means the mother and motherland is more than all the heaven. When we go to the timeline of Indian history, lot of faces have made contribution in patriotism and nation building. Starting from the revolt of 1857 to till date, there are many leaders, not just leaders who are seen, but there are many unseen leaders who have made patriotism and nation building a worldwide concept. The formulation of our first Prime Minister, Dr. Jawaharlal Nehru, and Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam's framework has made our India the best nation building country. I would like to depict few challenges. The first challenge is regionalism. Regionalism is something saying like I'm from Andhra Pradesh, I'm from Bengal. In the view of nation building, that is an evil eye. In the view of nation building, there is only one nationalism, that is Indianism. And the second one is extremism. There are two things which comes under extremism. First is Maoism and the second is terrorism. Maoist peoples are more like dictators. We have to develop the people by making small things. Then, being a dictators, we can make them into democrats. And people like Major and many soldiers who have made many changes, they have brought into light that there is sudden need of demolition of terrorism. And the third thing and the most important thing is depict the mindsets of youngsters. Yes, people, we the Indians are have the youngest population in the whole world. At the end of 2047, we can predict that our India will have most of the working population in the whole world. But we people, we Indians are not proud to say that we are Indians. That should not happen. Don't try to be handsome, but try to give your hand to some. But with this quote, I would like to end my speech. Thank you. And one thing that I would like to say is, if you show true patriotism, then your heart will be filled like this, full with colors. And if you try to show patriotism in a false way, it will be in this way. It half will be, you will feel it is full of colors like this, but it would be in this way, only half color. I would like to end my speech with this. Thank you.
It is 5 minutes. You're left with 2 more minutes. 7 minutes per hour speech. అంటే కొంచెం మెల్లిగా ఆగి and at that time you won't be given any piece of paper to show white and black. No, you can't. Except your speech, nothing should be used. Now, how you show it? Practice. Next participant. Next participant, Prithvi. You were from what people? Easy.
Now it is Samvad's time.
Okay.
One more microphone can be adjusted here. One more microphone.
अरे संवाद की टाइम लिमिट टीचर अवार्ड topics. They have given the topics. Team and team. But the exact topic will be given.
What?
Team India 2047. But topic is additional.
If you are happy with the India 2047, everything will be fine.
We are okay.
That is the only thing.
We are discussing all.
So, students of CSSC second year, few of your friends are here to show you the best practice of Samvad, which we are going to do it tomorrow in front of many other college people, many students, hundreds of people in front of them. They'll be sitting, and these people are going to discuss on the theme India 2047. What is the importance of India 2047? Do anybody have any idea?
It is 100th independence.
100 years of independence. 75 years of independence is celebrated very beautifully by our government. Yes, Prime Minister. How will India 2047 be? And how many changes India will look into? Basing on that, your friends are here to discuss on the theme called India 2047. So you better be all ears to them and give them any suggestions or some good points if you have in your pocket. Give them, they'll add to their discussion.
This mic is for announcing or calling the students from here, from there to here.
So one microphone is enough.
One microphone is enough.
Otherwise, the microphone which is given by Keerthi.
Let them stand
that
opposite
is
to
better.
each other.
Yeah, I'll take this.
No, that is for announcing from here.
No, Hari sir said to switch off his
Switch off, switch off. That's better. Do that.
Yes. Push.
But be careful of the wire.
Oh, Jyotsna is not visible.
Okay, hold the mics.
Okay, do it. For Jyotsna, we need to remove this podium. Come, boys, remove this podium, otherwise Jyotsna will not be seen.
check.
Podium kena patukunnadu. Come. Stand. Give her some space, no? All four of them are seen. Now, all four. Can Srinu garu, are you here? Definitely you are. Yeah, Manishi, to check you start speaking.
Good evening, everyone, respected jury members, teachers, and all my peer group. According to Martin Luther King, I may come as a traveler for any country, but to India, I come as a pilgrim. Such a beautiful notation, right? And this is said in a
Don't stop.
This is said before 24 years, before the independence. But at that time, our India is rich for its culture and heritage. Do you think the same will be in 2046?
Yes, Kirti, I agree with your point. Not only in this year, but by 2047, our India will be developed very much in technology and in cleanness and in greenness and everything. And we also have started an act called Swachh Bharat Act. By the year 2047, our India will be the clean and green country.
Yes, I do agree with your point. According to me, I can say that technology is growing day by day, and I can say that as the technology grows, we can be the most wanted persons. As the India has a huge population, and for other countries, India will be the traits for any other.
I agree with you, Vaishnavi. Nowadays, our education system is also increasing a lot. Our Prime Minister has introduced a new educational policy so that everyone will be educated. If everyone will be educated, the child labor will be decreased, and all the women will also will get equal rights with the men.
That's so sure, Rashmita. But I think we need to contribute something to our country. Rather than believing these acts released by government, we need to do something for our country. That is how.
I think you're right, Kirti. Not only that, we also have a Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao Act. It's that we have to save the girl children and we have to educate them. I think we have our Jagan that he have already released JBD Act, JBD scheme. By that scheme, every girl child will get educated.
Yes, Pujita, but I don't think every girl child is getting a good education. Not every parent is leaving every girl child towards their study, towards their dreams. I think acts may not work here. We need to do some awareness. I think we need to create some awareness among parents, among rural parents.
I agree with you, Kirti. If we create more awareness, the women will become self-sufficient and self-independent on themselves. They will not depend for any small aspect for others. They will get equal job opportunities with the men.
Yes, it's okay with your point, but why don't you think that all the society is discriminating women in every aspect, and women cannot be independent, as we all see that our society is discriminating women. Only Disha not only takes a whole part. Yes, Jyotsna, that is why I am saying we need to create some awareness among rural parents are not letting their children grow in a good environment. We need to give them a good study so that they'll be in a good environment. If they go, I see many people going for drugs. Even the inter students at the age of 16 or 15, they are really addicted to drugs. This is a very devastating situation that so we need to overcome.
We should nowadays in India we also see corruption. We have to overcome that. Only the people who have reservations are getting jobs, and the people who are more talented are not getting the equal opportunities. And so by 2047, in my vision, all the corruption will be gone, and the people who have more talent will get more job opportunities.
For this, I believe we need a good government. We need a good else. We need good leaders. We need everyone must have awareness among them about voting. So I believe there are many here who are 18 above, and I think everyone is not having voter ID. Everyone is having universal adult franchise, but no one is having voter ID. We need to create some awareness among students.
Not only that, we see India is developed in more. India is more developed in technologies also. Nowadays, we have electrical cars and electrical bikes. By the year 2047, India will in India the petrol will get this.
Yes, I would like to add a point. At around the 2030, there will be not petrol in Dubai, so that we will get the petrol prices. So that for this, I can say that we can use electrical vehicles, and I can say that around the 2047, 80% of the vehicles will be from electricity. By that, we can also reduce pollution for 80%. Yes, just now we are till now speaking about all good aspects, but I'm seeing a bad aspect of 2047, that is economical growth. Like we cannot live in such a country, and in 1947 $1 equals 1 rupee, but during research, during some recent research, we can see that $1 equals 99 rupee by 2047. Is it really a very hard situation for a common man to live?
By this, we can our India will become more costliest country, and we will get more development in our.
Yes, we may get development, but becoming costlier doesn't mean that to develop our country.
Not only
It
that,
is rather than developing our country, giving less, like having more poverty, it is better to be developing country.
not only that, we see by 2047 we'll have scarcity of land because nowadays everyone are buying lands and building their houses. By this stage only we are having scarcity. I think by by in that year we'll have more scarcity of land.
Even though the population increases, we'll not get any water scarcity by 2047 because the new technologies are coming into existence. Like we can make water by using air humidity, so that we'll not get any water scarcity by that.
Yes, Rashmita, that's a good point. But decreasing of humidity in our air content will lead to the suffocation, and we'll become one more lifeless planet like Mars. Yes, I would like to add a point. I can say that as we are digging underground water, we may get earthquake in Mumbai in future, as the underground water is decreasing day by day. What do you think?
I agree with you, Vaishnavi, and that India will become more healthiest and fitness-free country by 2047. All the poor people also can afford the medical operations and all, but for any big issue also, they can be solved by the medical.
Yes, I can say that technology is not only growing, it is growing in everywhere in medical field too. We can see that all the robots are also doing operations, and we can see that in future we may get robot security guards. And why don't you think drones can be home deliveries? Yes, Jyotsna, I really love the point that you raised about the robotic surgery. So, how do you think robotic surgery will be useful for people? I think the doctors will be not present at the operation place, but only robot will be doing the whole operation. What will happen if the robot fails?
I agree with you, Kirti. And not only in that, our India will become uh, if we see Kerala, it has a Cochin International Airport where the whole airport will be on the solar, and no electrical current will be used in that.
But actually, we are speaking about robotic surgery. Robotic surgery is something very troublesome issue, but I don't know why people are encouraging it. This might cause a great devastation.
Yes, Chavi, I agree with you. Because now the technologies has improved, we can also create an apps for that. Not only based on robotics, I think we can.
I believe that we should not give a human life into a robot's hand. That might become in Telugu we have some proverbs like if you give some coconut to monkey, what it will do. So it will be in such a case. So, if you give a human's life to a robot.
Maybe in the future by 2047 we'll get more laws and acts to decrease that, and our manpower will be increased, and they will reduce the robotics and all.
And I do believe that as the technology growing in industries or we can say that man is shifting as from missions, and I can say that employability will be decreased and unemployment will be increased for the youth persons. We all need jobs and we all need money. For that, we are going for abroad. I can say that this technology is also discriminating the
I
youth.
agree with you, Vaishnavi. By 2047, in my decision, India will become the best country for the advanced education. All the people from other countries also will come to the India to get better quality of education, and will increase a lot. And the literacy rate will also increase a lot in India.
Yes, Rashmita, literacy rate must be increased. That is our wish for 2047. And we want to conclude that our theme 2047, India at the date 2047 will be a successful society.
Yes, CSSC, what are your observations? Any inputs? How did they perform?
We didn't ask you the timing, useless fellow. We asked you the remark.
Ma'am, first of all, there is no coordination among them.
Okay.
And I feel there is not a realistic performance.
Some energy is missing, guys. Look into it. You're not putting the energy properly, it seems. Because for anything, energy is very, very important. That's what. Without emotion, we can't make the things possible.
Yes, anything else? Only one person listened to it. What about the others?
No, actually, coordination is not required. Now we have to speak
They
spontaneously.
don't know.
Coordination means
Energy is missing. That's what is
so when Kirti is saying you are interrupting a
That is the Samvad. We have to interrupt the other persons.
It's a debate now.
Yes.
No problem, no problem. Go back, do the work.
all the best for the competition.
Thank you.
Hello, there is a printout. Give me. There is a printout. Printout comes from. Very good.
Is there any declamation contestants here? No, he's from
He will give the poetry.
declamation topics. Okay, you just join the.
You can
You go.
continue.
You go. Are you a poem writer?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
మీకు ఇచ్చిన బిల్స్ ఎందుకు ఇవ్వకూడదు? కావ్య సార్తో సైన్ చేయించుకోవడానికి అడిగేలా కదా. Sir is speaking with Krama. Come on, you can start, man. Have you seen our parliament sessions? Have you seen general assembly?
No, they're saying debate means so they're
Have you seen assembly? How our political leaders will talk to the speaker? Is it a debate? Is it a group discussion? Indirectly, right? When the ruling party talks, the opposition party debates and interrupt them and they won't agree. That is what happened. Because these people thought that they are belonging to one particular team. And there is a will tell you. Energy is missing.
Yes, people, this is your junior. He is Akshay. Please welcome him. And he is participating in this youth festival. He is writing. He is participating for poetry competition. Poetry writing. Can we hear to him now?
Hello, I'm Akshay. I'm participating in poetry and I choose the topic of cultural heritage of India. The country of freedom. The country of freedom where you find yourself. Doors are open. Doors are open to wisdom where you can find, where one can discover himself. Every day is a festival, not a religious one. Traditions are spectacular. They to deny none. We have buildings and monuments which were built eons ago. They are our ornaments, which build fame in us, not ego. People learn Gita to solve life worries, and heed to the tales of Rama Sita, and lead the life without worries. Thank you.
You have written it, but there is no emotion. Try it once again, Akshay.
Try another try.
You're not paying attention.
Any people who have the habit of writing poetry in English or Telugu or their own mother tongue here in a class? Is Charan present here? Very good. Tomorrow there is a competition. The fellow is absent. Health sickness.
Akshay, try it one more time.
One more try. One more try, Akshay.
With all the emotion.
The country of freedom, where you find yourself. Doors are open to the wisdom, where one can discover himself. Every day is a festival, not a religious one. Traditions are spectacular, there to deny are none. We have buildings and monuments, which were built years ago. They are our ornaments, which build fame in us, not ego. People here learn Gita to solve life queries, and hear to the tales of Rama and Sita to lead their life without worries.
Inka.
You have written 2 poems. Share the other one.
The country of freedom, where you find yourself. Doors are open to wisdom, where one can discover himself. Every day is a festival, not a religious one. Traditions are spectacular, there to deny are none. We have buildings and monuments, which were built years ago. They are our ornaments, which build fame in us, not ego. People here learn Gita to solve life queries and hear to the tales of Rama Sita to lead their life without worries.
Practice now. More practice. Am I wrong?
Over there. There is a stand there, right?
Yes.
Akshay, did you switch off your microphone? Switch off the microphone.
Life would off.
Okay, Usman. Start.
Even if I die in the service of this nation, I
Carry on, carry
It's
on.
okay, don't stop. Even if I die.
Even if I die in the service of its nation, I will be proud of it. Every drop of my blood will be contributed to the growth of this nation to make it strong and dynamic. These are the words of Srimati Indira Gandhi, our former Prime Minister. A very warm good morning to one and all gathered here. I am Miss Mai. I am Miss Mai, first year CSSE student from Lendi Institute of Engineering and Technology. I'm here to speak on a few words on a very sensitive topic, patriotism and nation building.
Guys,
Patriotism is a sense of attachment towards our own country. Patriotism does not mean that we should sacrifice our lives to satisfy someone.
speak, don't stop. Come on. It's okay, Nana. Continue.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Akshay Sri Arsada of Lendi Engineering College, and I'm here to speak on the topic patriotism and nation building. India got its independence on August 15, 1947. India is a democratic country. India is a secular country. India is the country where Zero has originated. So, well, I don't believe each of the facts I said right now are true. We have corruption, adduction, rape, and many more crimes in our country. Even today, in our country, we are not safe to travel all alone. Even today, women are harassed for dowry and many more things. A country is independent only when every person can live their lives without fear and be safe. On an average, every year, around 30,000 women get raped. Why am I talking about women empowerment when I have to speak about patriotism and nation building? What is patriotism, by the way? Patriotism is the feeling of love, devotion, and sense of attachment to one's country. This is a definition given in many books and many more information sources. We always ensure the safety of our loved ones. Isn't that true? Then is our country safe? Example, when a woman is abducted or she becomes a victim of a crime, people blame her or her parents, and the political parties bully each other. TV, news, social media get waved with sympathetic messages. You may wonder, how can we protect? It is not required to protect them. Teach our daughters to fight and also teach their sons to behave well with women. This change of mindsets will build a crime-free India, an independent India. Dressing up like an Indian doesn't mean we are true Indians. Some people do not allow westernization. Even they are not true patriots because there is no mistake in sharing culture. The world is a family, Vasudeva Kutumbakam. A person who cares for others, evolve themselves in fighting when there is required and when there is justice. Fighting in the sense not with arms and ammunitions, but love and peace. This is a true patriot. This is true patriotism. That's all. I have to- Thank you.
Good enough. Bold voice. Work on that.
Only just
Okay. Ready?
a very good afternoon to each and everyone. This is Jagdishwari. Now I'm going to present my views on.
Listen. Silence. Okay.
Now I'm going to present my view on patriotism and nation building. First, let us talk about patriotism. Patriotism means love and pride towards our own nation. And a one who is known as patriotist means the one who sacrifices everything for his own nation, and he will be very happy by sacrificing everything. Now, real patriotist can be occur when only important things, when we only face important things like a war or
Yes, Jagdish. Don't stop. Go on. Don't stop. Please. Go on. Very good. Oh, well, moving on. Okay, these are all your friends. You can be free and talk. Start.
Freedom of the mind is the real freedom. A person with
Yes. Continue. Put that book or paper in your hand and go speak. Go. Whatever you cannot get into your mind, just take a peek at it and speak. Come on. Yes, ready.
freedom of the mind is the real freedom. A person whose mind is not free, though he may be in, though he may not be in chains, but he is a slave, not free. One person who is not free, whose mind is not free, though he is not in a prison, is a prisoner, not a free man. One whose mind is not free, though he is alive, is not better than dead. Freedom of mind is the proof for one's existence by Bhimrao Ramaji Ambedkar. A very, a very pleasant afternoon to everyone. I am J. Prithviraj and I am here to speak on patriotism and national building. During the British rule from 1858 to 1947, patriotism meant to be giving lives and expelling British from our country for our independence. But has generations passed, patriotism is not same as the giving lives. In an independent country like us, we need to protect our resources and borders. If not, someone will steal our lands from us. As I am speaking here, there are so many soldiers who are protecting our borders in 0 degrees Celsius temperature, leaving their family and friends behind, risking their lives. Recently, we got to know about one such soldier, that is Sandeep Krishna, who gave his life to protect civilians in terrorist attack in Taj Mahal against terrorists. In Taj Hotel against terrorists. I want to salute to all the soldiers like him who are protecting us. I would like to give some other examples of persons who contributed immensely to national well-being. Sachin Tendulkar, one of the greatest known name in world cricket. In 1999, when he was playing for the World Cup, his father died. Even at his personal hour of grief, when nation needed, he went to play for his nation. That is patriotism, and we should learn from him that. To show our patriotism, we need to work for nation building. There are so many scientists in our country like Nambi Narayanan who loved and decided they work to country. They could have easily gone to abroad and work for any foreign company, but they choose to stay in India. That is patriotism, and they are contributing to national building till today. And now I would like to share about Indian patriotism. Our country had 562 princely states, more than 1500 languages, and there's every imaginable diversity in every corner of the country. Yet we stayed united today. That is patriotism. Today, it's our responsibility to pass on a better India to our next generation. If we are sincere and patriotic to our work and country, I strongly believe that by 2047, our next generation will be talking about us in a nation where there are no discriminations and a developed nation. That to be said, do not be patriotic about your own caste or about your own region. Adolf Hitler is also patriot, but I don't want anyone end up like him. Thank you.
Okay. Harshita, you're done? Okay.
A very good afternoon to each and everyone. This is Jagdish Guru. Now I am going to present my view on patriotism and nation building. First of all, let's talk about patriotism. What is patriotism? Love and pride towards our own nation. Now, a man is not only capable of being in a society, but he should also be useful to the society so that he can make an improvement in our society. Now, what a patriotist can do? A patriotist can easily defend to means a patriotist can defend to the enemies whenever it's necessary for a nation. Now, let's talk about a real patriotist. Real patriotists are known as soldiers, freedom fighters. Are only patriotists known as sorry, are only soldiers known as patriotists? No. Everyone who has the thought to change the society is also known as a patriotist. And the one who sacrifices his pleasure, wealth, ease for the society are also known as real patriotists. A true patriotist, sorry, a true patriotist is the backbone of country. Now, and yes, my mother is superior to me, but not other mothers are inferior to me. And
You can say just because I'm a patriot for my own country, I don't dislike or hate other countries. True patriotism is always to develop our own country, but not damage our neighboring countries. Just like a country who has just outbroken a massive virus a few years back, which made other countries suffer as well as kill its own people. Come on, you have to have that flow. Continue. Continue. You're doing good. Continue. Nation building will matter. Swami is here.
Oh, done.
Who's going to second? And give it another try.
I'm from that nation which is home for many other cultures. I'm from that country which has many attractive places. I'm from that country which is in which every people have a single motto: unity is diversity. Yes, I'm from India, our country, our pride. Good evening, everyone. A warm wishes, everyone, respected jury members, teachers, and all my peers who are present over here. I'm Kirti of Lendi Institute of Engineering and Technology. Today, I see many people saying soldiers are an example patriotists.
Why? Aren't we patriotists? Yes, we are. Everyone over here is a patriotist. A teacher who is molding the children for nation building is a patriotist. A farmer who is selfless in feeding entire world is a patriotist. A doctor who emerged as a true leader in our toughest situation, who is fearless, is a patriotist. As we count the Arab fields. So yes, did you find any relation between this patriotism and nation building? Yes, they are both interlinked to each other. According to my view, without patriotism, there is no nation building. Patriotism is a main requirement for nation building. Patriotism is the secret resource of successful society. There are many factors for nation building. One, our culture and heritage. We need to save our culture and heritage. According to Martin Luther King, to other countries I may go as a tourist, but to India I come as a pilgrim. Such a wonderful notation, right? So we can understand that even before our independence, India is treated to be one of these sacred places. So we need to save our culture. We need to follow our traditions inculcated by our parents, by our elders, and we need to show them to our next generation. Next, innovation and inventions. So what do you mean by innovation? Renovating the existing thing. Invention is trying something new. According to Narendra Modi, innovation for the people and by the people is the direction of our new India. We need to encourage everyone to invent new things. And the next foremost thing is independence. Are we living in an independent society? No, we are not. Every woman, every girl child is not independent anymore. I believe that in 2047, this will be not the same. Till now, it's 75 years of independence, but we are not independent. Let us hope that in 100th year of independence, we'll be independent. So what should we do? What does youth do? What does youth contribute to it? We need to be very self-sufficient. We need to be very good. We need to learn all good manners. We need not addict to drugs. We need not addict to any other sexual abuses. Yes, so now we can save our country. I'm proud to be Indian. Jai Hind.
Good.